See what that shit like when the goddamn when that shit be going on, nigga don't be going on, but that shit be going on. But murder like free the game, free the guys. You know, on us, nigga, on the family, on the slime. Murder. Shit you never heard of. Always slime to the IDIE. Let's do it. Ready for the static. Slime keep a ratchet. Niggas in the acting. I ain't with the acting. Slime say slack. Nigga get whacked in. Gon' be the back end.
Like that beat.
Go call me a AMG bitch, chop a sticky pole on them. I get it, drop at the shows on them. I get it back and I do it precise. I don't deal with niggas get exposed, homie. I don't fall in love with hoes, cut it whole holes and they know I know it, homie. I'm the same young nigga, I ain't break the code, I ain't never old, homie. I'm straight out of poverty, didn't have no property, rappers like a hood lottery. I keep me some shots on me in case
That's enough for the preview, man. That's enough for the preview. Welcome to life, man. You know what it is, man. We back, full effect. You know, it's your boy Ray Tuck in here, man. I got Mac. Mac, what's good?
What's happening with you, Mac? What's good with you, man? What's up, V? What's up?
What's Steve?
What's good with you, man?
What's going on? We all in here. So what's been going on? I know we've been out for a couple weeks. You know, I've been running around taking care of the BI, but we back in full effect. And tonight's topic, man, we're gonna talk about thinking long term as a whole, as a people, as an individual. You know, it starts as an individual, as everything does, but just thinking long. How do we get to a point where we're thinking long term as a collective? Because I see too much short term thinking, and that's contributes into this perpetual cycle. You know what I'm saying? There's no plan. There's no POA, no plan of action when it comes to, or not even an understanding of you know what I'm saying, understanding of a move when it comes to thinking long term as a whole. So just wanted to jump off on that, and without further ado, I do have my daughter with me here today.
Hello.
I know, right? So we are here. So let's get it.
Shout out,
Matt, Steve, JB, what's good? Who wants to shoot first? I give my soliloquy last, but unless you guys shoot.
All right. Shit, man. Lack of success, man. Because of slavery. Everything go back to slavery. Everything.
So you think everything? So hold up.
Everything. If it happened to a black person in America, that shit tied to slavery.
So what are you saying exactly? You saying slavery? Yeah. Because ain't nobody slaves right now.
Yeah.
So what exactly are you saying?
They goddamn they slave. They goddamn slave. But anyway, what I'm saying,
they choose to be like it's mental.
They choose. They choose.
So now you go from being forced to being choosing. All right.
Yes. But it's fast. But for real though, I think that's an oversimplified way of just saying it though. But in the real world, bro, I think it really just break down to it different for different people. But for most of us, lack of small success, bro, and just a lack of discipline. And it's hard to have discipline because a lot of us been forced to live in a survival mode. You don't get a chance to build discipline living in a survival mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, you constantly surviving. So when you think about discipline, when you think about long-term anything, right now you're talking about long-term success, a person got to be able to see beyond the next 3 to 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to see beyond the next 10 minutes of your life. Like, it got to be deeper than dinner tonight.
Right.
If you can't get past dinner tonight or a house to live in tomorrow, it's hard to.
I think it starts with well, to answer that point, I just think it goes to to a degree, to where you're thinking like, okay, you got to understand what's causing that emotional state, like, because your emotional state is what you choose. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the chicken or the egg, right? Like, so you're saying that the lack of success, is I guess contributing to the perpetual that cycle, that, you know, having to think about them, having to think about, you know, that the next bill, the next, you know what I'm saying?
For a lot of black people.
Right. For most black people. And I agree with you to a certain degree. I do. And here's to the degree I agree with you with. I agree with you to the point where I just think that it's we have examples of how to come out of that mentality. You know what I'm saying? Countless. Like, whatever you want to do in America, you really don't have an excuse for it right now. Right? Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah.
Is that a fair assessment?
Now you can't really, you can
really carve out your world however you want it in real life.
Fact.
Yeah, you gotta put work in. I think the lack is, I think that the thing is, people want the outcome without the work.
Yeah.
So we got the opportunity now, right? So we got pretty much equal opportunity, right? For the most part.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a disconnect between people's, what you describing, right? Is what's happening in the real world, is what's actual there. For example, if you get up and go do something, you doing it. You get what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, for a lot of black people, bro, there's a disconnect between that reality and the superimposed nightmare that they live in, bro. Like, they're a couple steps away from even believing what you saying is possible. Like, they believe they gonna fail. They believe that they should not try.
Right, but see, that's what I'm talking about. That's a fear-based decision.
It is.
So if you're making any decision off of that, that's not going to work. That's not you. If you think you're gonna fail, you're gonna fail. It's okay. You're gonna fail. That's exactly what you're gonna do.
And that because exactly slavery right there. That's what I'm telling you. See, slavery, why niggas still living in fear though. It's a lot of black folk, bro, who can't shape the psychological and the soul wrenching feel of being black in America, bro. Like a lot of people. Facts. And see what I'm saying?
Is that
they didn't get no
black in America? I think people, I think that's a straw man, because if people actually related to themselves and not trying to, like, if people actually put their feet on the ground and focus on actually if we focus internally the way we trying to always point out what the shit going on, if we focus that internally, we'll have the outcomes we want. Because we'll make every other group respect us on another level.
Right.
And that's what it's about. You're not gonna get what you want without that respect. And how you get that respect is how we all understand what you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't disagree with that.
Your action.
I don't disagree with that. I just think that will keep us from connecting collectively, bro. Like, it's a lot of psychological trauma that got folk mistrustful of each other, bro. So, and you damn near mistrustful of yourself. A lot of people don't know what they don't know. They scared to try for real. And when you do try, you get a little bit, hell, just like you got countless examples of ways to get out you just described, right?
Right.
You got even more examples of black people who trying to quote unquote get out, and they fucked up system of white supremacy either murder them, murder their family, or destroy their idea. That make even more people who behind them That make people who watching them
I get that, bro.
even more fearful though.
I get that, but in this day and age, right? If you're, this is what I'm saying. We can't. This is what I'm saying, bro. As a people, here's why. Like, all right. For instance, Kaepernick, right? That's an example of what you were talking about. People who standing up for what they believe in, and trying to, you know, carve out a better path for people after them, right? And that being like his career basically being killed, right? Now, I think he should have went about it a different way. I'm not saying the kneeling part. I'm cool with him kneeling. Like, I don't think a motherfucker should be offended by him kneeling or blackball him for kneeling. That's that bullshit. But what I don't think he thought it through as far as an end goal. Like, I don't think he really thought that D. Crocker was gonna blackball him like that.
No.
When we know that's exactly what they were going. I knew exactly when that shit happened. I knew exactly what was gonna happen. I seen in there.
But see, did the thing though. I think him, just like a lot of us, we all get caught up in the mindset of we think it's different when it's us. He thought it was different because it was him. He thought they were gonna goddamn rock with him because he actually plays the motherfucking sport well. Cause he really not fucking with nobody. If you look at him outside of that, he never did shit to nobody.
Right.
And even then, he ain't do shit to nobody.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that's an example of the system. What I'm saying. Okay, cool. Go ahead, be successful. But as soon as your ass goddamn be successful in a way that we're not okay with, then you got to be prepared to go to war with this system. And if you go to war with this system,
you got it. But you got to be. You said
I'm a crush.
Prepared. You have to be prepared. And what I'm saying is I don't like we gotta think past how we feeling. Like, he took the knee, and when they asked him about it, he should have already thought. He should. What I'm saying is those things has to be processed in a certain way, bro. He might not know exactly what he was gonna say, but he should have known the sentiment he wanted.
I'm trying to tell you though, Tuck. That's an example of what I'm saying. The vast majority of black people so used to surviving in that moment. Him as a black man was just so angry, bro. He just wanted to do something. He just wanted to use his platform to bring awareness.
That's like, what I'm saying. Now,
he didn't think about that, stretch that all the way out. Because again, where he at conditionally, where he at, he just forced to survive, bro. He like, nigga, I just can't understand whoop the whoop. So I'm gonna do something. I can do something, I'm gonna do something. Not thinking all the way out, bro. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like,
but you ain't really doing nothing though.
No, he did something for himself, and he did something. We're talking about it.
Did he really do something?
Now, how much substance, how much effect of that, something that he did, we got to discuss that. But what he did, he created yet another reference point for other black folk to look at and choose.
No, what I agree with he right, but what I agree with you, but to add to that, to go in a little bit further, what he did was give you yet another example of how to gain the proper respect, and that ain't like and screaming and yelling and bucking like a kid is and being angry and portraying that in an adolescent way is not the way to do that. That ain't the way to do that. You're not gonna get respect. You look like, as a people, we look like last year. We looked like we was just throwing a tantrum, bro. And what did Cracker say? We're listening and appease to their bullshit, right? Appease to their emotions, and that shit back to normal. That shit right back on schedule, man. Come on, that's not how you get respect.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that.
And that's what I'm talking about. We got to.
But it might not have been about. It might not have been about respect for Colin Kaepernick. Though. We don't know what it was about for him.
No, we do. He wore the socks. He wore the Castro shirt. He had the pig. We knew exactly what it was about.
But I'm saying
it's about the kneeling. He really got it. His narrative is why he got.
Right. He wants to
bro.
speak
That's
out
what I'm
against
trying to tell you.
police brutality. What I'm saying is maybe him speaking out was his goal, bro. Maybe his goal wasn't to change everything. Maybe his goal was just to do what he did. That's what I'm saying. We
that
don't
was
know.
the case, but bro, what I'm trying to tell you, if that was the case, he wouldn't have sued. He wouldn't have got that money that he was blackballed from. He wouldn't went, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have tried the tryouts to get back in the NFL to get that check back.
No, bro wanted to goddamn say what he wanted to say without losing his motherfucking livelihood.
No, but you can't. But you know, and I know you can't do that. You can't.
He
say
didn't know that. That's what I'm telling
on
you.
that level.
That when they go back to, he thought it was different because it was him. That's what I'm explaining to you, bro.
How, bro? When there's countless examples of ways to do that.
It ain't been countless examples of that. It ain't no example of goddamn you a professional athlete, knee deep in the cracker system, and goddamn you can come out against the system.
There's not example of
ain't no successful
football players. You're right. They're not example of football players.
There's
countless examples of players in other
somebody was successful
in other sports that spoke out.
Yeah, they successfully spoke out, and their career was just cool. Everything was cool after that.
So what has the NBA players, all the NBA players that have been on the forefront, like really pushing this democratic agenda?
That go back to what you just said though. They really playing the game with them boys. They allowing them boys to come out like, okay, cool.
Right, but to your point, they're speaking. Their goal is to what? I just want to speak out.
No, I'm saying that go back to what you were saying. They not trying to do nothing. They just trying to say out loud, and they're not speaking out against nothing specific. They saying equality. They saying whatever the catchphrase is right now, and allowing the NBA to say that on the shirt.
LeBron get very specific. CP3 gets very specific. D-Wade, them niggas get very specific about the shit that they talking about. Even old boy, you know, I don't, you know, he didn't, you know, went down with the whole, you know, cabinet shit, but Malcolm Jenkins has done a lot of good, even though he has been portrayed as like a sellout or whatever to the cause by the cabinet side. But I think Holmes has done a lot of good because he tapped on folk where they give a damn about in their wallet. And he's part of the organization that's making sure that it goes to where it needs to go. So again, speaking out is one thing. How do you get their respect, bro? And because how you respect is where they're gonna do business with you on that level. And that's how we get our respect. We got to get our respect as people. That's all I'm saying is what's the best way of, as a whole, we gotta have the mentality of every day, man. These motherfuckers gonna respect me, and I'm gonna carry myself in a way, and I'm gonna think, move, and act in a way where they're gonna have to respect me. Because that's what I demand by how I move.
I don't disagree with that. I think that's the problem, though. I think a lot of folks scared to get that respect, bro. Because they don't want to do what they got to do for it. They don't want to be the type of individual they got to be. You got to change how you move. You got to change how you think, how you behave.
As a people, we like me and Steve had this conversation. As a people, we're like fucking teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we literally think about what all that shit that happened in 2020, bro. Like, it was just basically stop killing us and stop treating us like this, and we're hurt, and it's just, it was a lot of anger, a lot of hurt, and I get it, but that don't change shit. We got to get to a point in here to where we really it's about changing shit, man. And if you want change in your personal life, professional life, for in your social life, and as a people, as a community, we got to start within, and each individual person needs to demand and carry themselves in a way. I don't give a fuck if you work at you shake fries at McDonald's. If you fucking work at Walmart, you the greeting person. I don't give a damn. You carry yourself with that respect as a human being, like, and you demand people respect you. Like, you don't have to Right. You ain't gotta carry yourself in a lower light. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can have high stairs no matter what walk of life you in. And that's how you as a whole you create we feed into the bullshit images that and the stereotype. We feed into it. Because that's what they to that point. Now, it's the mentality that's been, with lynched. You know what I'm saying? With lynched in it. So I get that, but
I think that really want to be, bro.
I just feel like, bro, 2020, 2021, man, ain't no more excuses.
I don't think that's an excuse. I think that's just the real reason, bro. Like the answer is still the answer. Individuals and groups.
You gotta choose, man. You choose, but we still choosing to do it. That's what I'm saying. Like
no, you could choose, right? You could choose as an individual. It's still, and I'm finna really touch on what you got going on right now too, JB. It's still more powerful when you got examples, when you got a village around you of motherfuckers who supporting and encouraging that, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you could choose, bro. You can do whatever you got to do. But then you got to decide to be that example for another motherfucker and support them choose. So then y'all too can goddamn do that same thing for 3-4 motherfuckers. Again, bro, it go back to you can't do nothing but rebuild the family structure. This the structure from which all the rest of the shit gonna come. Like, these people are gonna be respectful as a collective unit, the individual connecting to other individuals. You know what I'm saying? Creating them familiar connections. I ain't talking about like blood in there right now. I'm just talking about like-minded motherfuckers connecting with each other. You know what I'm saying? That's a familiar connection. So that's what I'm talking about. So when they doing that, then okay, bro, folks can start to eke out a little bit of self-respect on a collective level. But I'm telling you, a lot of people are afraid because it's easy to move in a disrespectful way.
Right. They make it easier for them to be on their bullshit.
Yeah.
We always talked about that. Since it make the bullshit easy.
So it kind of like, oh, all right, cool. Yeah, that's what the move is. So it's just like, it's just like that time in what JB put in the comment when he said what y'all think about an old girl not being able to run an Olympic. It's just like that. Shout it, respect us. Did a thing. No, did my thing. Shout it, respect herself to the level of some shit popped out. She got caught, right? Them folk came out. Cause what we know, them folk won't come at you every which way.
Anyway,
it's the way that they found that they can actually make it stick. All right, cool. Shout it, player. She ain't got damn boo-hoo on them hoes. She said, all right, do what it is. Y'all do what y'all gonna do. And I'm gonna play it how it go. What I'm saying is, she is showing us and showing young ladies, first of all, you necessarily shouldn't be goddamn smoking reefer when you goddamn athlete. First of all. Second of all, if you go goddamn hell of your business, right? And you get caught, she's showing you a path for how to handle yourself.
I love the fact that she took accountability.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's responsible.
Even though she kind of blamed it on the situation with her mom and shit, but
see what I'm telling you, that's a rationale.
I did it. You know what I mean?
That's a rationale. Cause what we not at a point in life where she could just say, "Fuck y'all, I did it." We're not there.
No. What I'm saying is, I think to be honest, I think had she been a little more boo-hooish, she'd still be running the 4x100.
No, hell no. You see how she eviscerated them folk. Why don't Cracker not going for it? Why she eviscerated them folk? What?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, if she was white,
that's what I'm saying. The U.S. would have made sure that this young girl ran in the Olympics, bro.
They don't want to see her right now, Tuck. They mad about Simone Biles.
They really were mad. I told my daughter that. I told her they were looking for any excuse to get her out of there. Because think about it, she only 20. She only 20. She would have been in 3 Olympics. She would have done it.
bro, listen what I'm telling you, bro. They not with this evisceration that's popping, bro. This shit is happening all across they fucking
This is
front.
what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm telling you about thinking long term, bro. She got to understand as a black, and like we all do as men, black men. I know I do. You got a target on your back. You can't operate when you playing the game at another level. You can't operate. You can't. You got to understand it, man. You can't operate on a lower level. You was another set of rules. They playing Monopoly. You can't play Twister. You know what I'm saying? It's another game. So it's you gotta understand it, and that's what I'm saying. Think long term, cause she thought that she wouldn't even let that shit with her mama bother. Cause you know what? I got an Olympic, bro.
Yes.
I got a life. I got a life goal to have. You know what I'm saying? That's about being in an emotional state as an adult.
And that's what I'm telling you. In order for her to be thinking like that at 20, bro, she'd have had to been in a village or a space that incubated that kind of thought process, bro.
Yeah,
it's unfair. Like most 20-year-olds, it would be unfair to expect an average 20-year-old to say, you know what, I'm finna make a choice today that's gonna benefit me in 20, 30 years.
But what she did know though is she knows she had trials coming up, and she knows she had a drug test.
Yes.
Now she
that's what I'm talking about. That's
what I'm telling you. The girl probably ain't goddamn smoked in a week or 2 weeks. She probably ain't got down one day out blowing it down the night before. You know how that shit go. Them folk probably caught her how they caught her.
This is what I'm trying to. But that's what I'm saying is you don't even make that move. You should like people should be around her to be like, no, but you ain't finna.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's not happening. Because of the same slavery, bro. Niggas is crabs in a barrel. Niggas is scared for you to make it because they feel like you making it take a spot from them. Niggas feel like that. It's niggas in the world who honestly feel like if you make it, they feel like they spot gone. So they feel like they got to stop you in order for them to be successful. The average person, bro, is not around 3, 4, 5 people who are supporting them in words and actions and thoughts, bro. So what I'm telling you is, bro, the chances of that girl being around people who gonna say, hey, man, hey, matter of fact, go home. You can't even be over here, shawty. You gonna be the motherfucking meal ticket and change the generations. Ain't nobody talking to her like that.
You sure?
If they was, bro, she'd have been listening, bro. Most people not into this is what I'm telling you.
Tell you that you're not listening.
This is what I'm telling you.
You're 20.
No, this is what I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
if they been telling you this shit, if this how life been going for you, if you used to a nigga man, if you used to a nigga pulling up on you, saving you, the average person, bro. Niggas right now, bro, now you don't know a whole bunch of people who just gonna tell you, you go out and start doing the right thing or the wrong thing. You don't know 5, 10 folk who gonna be like, hey, bro, don't do that. And I'm talking about I say it to you in a way where they gonna change their behavior so they make sure you hear what they saying. I ain't talking about goddamn, hey, don't do it. Then you be like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. They be like, all right, it's whatever, bro. It's your life. Like, nah, you talking about involving your life in somebody else's life in a way where I'm gonna alter your life trajectory, bro. Like, I'm gonna do what's best for you. Most people don't live like that. A lot of people don't. That's why it's so important to respect yourself first and then get around some old folks if you see them. But that's a hard thing to do. Some folk feel lonely. Some folk keep on ending up with motherfuckers, or they feel like they keep on ending up with folks, so they can't see. They can't step back and see how their behavior is, playing a role in that. And they can't see that maybe they just choose bad motherfuckers. Like, they can't see it. They wrapped up in the shit. But what I'm telling you is, bro, about this girl right here, man, I think Shawty doing what a lot of people do. I think Shawty playing this shit step by step. I do agree that she should be thinking long term. But I think the long-term thought process is something for us in the Black community that develops later in life, in your adulthood, because motherfuckers don't have people teaching them how to play chess and how to think long-term their whole life. Most people don't even come into this awareness until they grown. They don't really understand the benefit of long-term thought, like how to act. Like niggas don't really understand, bro. Like I'm talking about if you go and just talk to the average young Black person, I'm saying from Atlanta, right? You don't really understand how not going out this weekend is gonna benefit him. He understand that if he go spend his money, he get a chance to do some of the shit that he think he might want to do this weekend. It's harder. It's way harder for him to understand. Well, you know what? When I sell whatever I sell for my business, when I make it, if it is 5 years my business, I need to take 80% of whatever I made, 90% of whatever I made, and reinvest it in the business. And I need to rearrange the rest of my behavior so I can do that. Nigga don't be on that. You try to talk to a person about that, they be like, huh? So I can't even go on. You know what I'm saying? Give me a little
right now, no.
So what I'm telling you real talk, that kills it. That right now reality kills it for a lot of people, bro. They can't see 5 years or 2 years or 18 calendar months of living like that. They can't see that. It hurt too much. When they get their $100 and they got $10 to spend, so all they can go and get is some fucking noodles and a couple packs of water so they can make it back to the next couple noodles and a pack of water. Most niggas can't. That don't excite them.
Right. It's not going to excite you. But if you want to get out of that situation, it should.
And that's what I'm telling you. More people don't care.
I feel like, you know, if you're on that platform and you know you're on that platform, that's when you take responsibility yourself and look around your circle and look around who who you're around and evaluate the people around you. If you know you're on that platform and you know the rules, you know what comes with that, you need to take responsibility and become mature, whether you're 20 or not, because I'm 19 and I think way above the average of whatever. And not just, but when you're on that platform and she knows she's on that platform, you have all of that shine on you and everything. You need to look into your circle. Okay, I can't keep doing the same old things that I've been doing, especially if I know I want to be an Olympian, I want to push forward, and I got a career ahead of me, and I'm on this platform. People see me, they take me serious. That's when you need to take into consideration, and you be like, I need to look at who is around me, who's gonna be with me, who's supporting me for real, and not nobody who's gonna hold me back and put me in a situation like this. And then also yourself, like, think to yourself, like, I'm not supposed to do that. But also, if people around you and they're not helping you and stopping you, also, like, you should just think, oh, them folks not for me, because they're going to keep letting me do it and they're going to keep holding me back from, like, this opportunity.
And to her point, I'll say this. A lot of times, see, because my personal opinion and just being me watching her through trials, watching her race, and watching her interviews, and even just going back and revisiting some stuff. What I see is what I've seen a lot in our community, to where as we elevate and as we grow, and we're in different levels of the world, different than where we came from. The uncomfortability with that lends itself to self-sabotage. You know what I'm saying? You see that a lot in relationships.
Yeah.
Where, you know what I'm saying? It should just be too good, and some gotta have. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't used to it.
Right? You ain't used to it. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know how.
A lot of times niggas be lonely, for real. A lot of times them people be lonely. Like that success don't be equaling what they thought it would equal.
And you got to think she had the world watching her. You know,
like that's what I'm saying. Like in this situation with Shawty, I don't even really think it's that big of a deal. Like, I think it's this. I really think it was good for her because it kind of like, okay, cool. It's almost like a slap on the wrist. But if she
only reason this is not a big deal is because how young she is.
Right. And what I'm saying is, if she take it the right way, then this slap on the wrist and let her really know. But this how really is out here. Like these folks will goddamn fuck you up for anything, Shawty. They'll try to catch you. Like if she didn't know that, everything what Vi was just saying, like if she didn't understand, like, hey, I might need to stop fucking with certain motherfucker. Woo, woo, woo. She get it now.
Yeah,
it clear to her now. That shit crystal.
Go ahead, Steve.
It's and we're kind of covering both topics. So when it comes to her, I look at this as if she looks long term, she's going to recover from this situation. But what I find is that they're taking her situation and making it into they're using it politically. And so because of this situation, it's going to change the political landscape because folks are taking a deeper examination into why this is even such a big deal in the first place. You know, and I found it funny because this is even such a big deal in the first place. But what I noticed was that the fact that they are very strict about what kind of drugs and things you can take in terms of the anti-doping and drugging process, but they seem to be rather, especially what drugs you can take, in the women's tournament, while the actual definition of who can actually participate in the women's tournament seems to be a little loose. For example, they're discussing whether or not they can let, a transsexual actually participate in women's sports. And I find that a bit odd that the very definition of what a woman's gender seems to be a rather loose interpretation. But if you get caught with weed, that's you out. And I find that I don't understand. I don't understand how drugs are more important than whether or not you're a legitimate woman to play in a women's sport. That seems weird to me. The drugs you can take as a woman is more important than whether or not you're actually one. That seems weird. They're not really that strict, it seems. But that's one topic. Second thing, when it comes to thinking long term.
I'm having a man. Go ahead.
But everything all right? Okay, cool. But the second thing regarding Black folks thinking long term, I was reading the Shiraza Ali book, and part of okay.
You talking about that guy understanding the Black woman?
Yeah, I'm going through that. But what I thought I read the book, the part of the guide to understanding the Black man, and there was a section where it said that we were on purpose marketed gym shoes so that to be consistent to be, consistently with constantly wearing gym shoes, just so that we wouldn't be taken seriously when we try to do business. To keep us in athletic apparel for as long as possible on purpose, and to keep us in an adolescent mind state for as long as possible, on purpose, to keep us. And I was thinking about that because if you watch TV, prior to Bill Cosby, you never saw in any TV show, typically it's because of budget. You don't really see a family go through major upgrades in life. Everything that we watch, the sitcoms that we watch, constantly keep its main characters at a certain income status. They never really move. They never really progress. Every time that they think that there's a big success that could transform their lives, it's always reversed somehow. It's always level set back to normal. If they were to win $1 million, later on it turns out it was a discrepancy, or someone gets a better job, then then suddenly it's like, that wasn't everything that it's cracked up to be. I just end up coming back to working for the people that I really like. And every time I just noticed that a lot of our shows don't show striving for better and thinking more long term. It's more or less just stay happy and where you're at. The concept of expanding and truly growing seems to be lost on us, and if we're going to do that, it becomes very dangerous, because you're going to be one of the few, and you're going to lose touch with where you came from. Even though the process of trailblazing means that you have to leave where you came from to go blaze the trail. So you have to leave. You have to technically separate from your roots in order to place roots in a different place. But I think long term, the thing is I think what we have, it's a mentality of whatever we got is really is really what we're going to have for the rest of our lives. I think we believe that we're not going to live very long. I'm from where I was born and raised, they told us as children that we wouldn't make it past 18. So that puts that, from when you tell children that at a developmental age, which is 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, which is a developmental age, you're telling a young child you're only going to make it till you're 18. So you might as well live it up. So by the age of 21, you're practically an old man at this point, where it's like, it's all, you've lived a full life by the age of 20. It's almost like a retirement party when you're 21. So, and you're not, you never expected to even survive that long. The mentality is you can die at any moment. So, and people's lives do disappear in a flash. At least where I come from, and a lot, but in a lot of
that's that Chicago shit. Your ass need to goddamn. They need to fire all them teachers,
bro. But that's the mentality. They were going off of statistical data and all that, whatever they wanted to go by. But imagine that sets an entire group of kids to think short term.
That's the thing, though. They told my brother them the same shit.
What is it, as in your developmental years, that you're only going to live to a certain age? Then at this point, then why would you get a mortgage? Why would you get a mortgage? You're not even going to live to pay it off.
You don't even know what a mortgage is, though, Steve.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So how do you get that? What I'm saying is, but here's
that's just one way.
Right, that's one way. But what my rebuttal is, yeah, you've been told that, right? But you also being told that by a motherfucker who's not that age, who those rules did not get applied to, right? Also, you have countless examples. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, no matter what we've been told, once you get grown, you get to choose who the fuck you want to be, who you are. You get to choose what you want to do. You get to choose what you want to be with your life. You get to choose who you want to date. You want to choose where you want to live. You know what I'm saying? These are the things you get to choose as an adult. And so when I get to when I say no excuses, bro, I'm saying as a person who's now an adult and you got this hand you dealt, right? And it may not have we playing spades, right? And it may not have no spades in that motherfucker. You can't throw it in. I mean, you could.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying? But you concede in the game at that point, or you can play that motherfucker and play it the best way you can, giving the hand you were dealt.
Right.
You know what I'm telling you? A lot of folks
putting in work, though. That means putting in work on every level, and that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, motherfuckers know what they got to do. They just don't want to do the shit.
Yeah.
They know what they got to do. They don't want to do the shit. And see, that's my problem. See, they're different than saying, oh, something slavery or this. No, that ain't the cause. So now that ain't the cause. The cause is your ass choosing that shit.
I'm telling you why they choose. Because it's easier to choose that. Because they see nigga who working, they like, shit, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just lay over here and take whatever these crackers give me. That's what a lot of folks choose.
Why people ain't working now? Ain't got no
bro.
jobs
Everywhere we go, and she'll tell you, everybody hiring. I ain't seen it. Everywhere we go. We've been from here to San. We just came back from San Antonio. Everywhere that was hiring. No matter where, everywhere we went, they had a hiring sign. The only place we went to that was fully staffed was the Mexican restaurant that we ate at. And the guy was like, the GM was like, make sure you write a review. You put in a review that we're fully staffed because no other restaurant around here can say that. And that's why we were able to provide you with this level of service. They were excellent.
It's funny. I was driving by on 45, and not only did it say there was a garden center, and not only did they say that they were hiring, they said that we're hiring $11.50 an hour. I mean, they put the price of what they
$12.50.
My daughter working at my other daughter working at Wendy's. No working at Wendy's. She just right now. Just talk to her. She in high school. We just left. We went to Buc-ee's, right, which is like a gas station plus. Like it's like Quick Trip on steroids, right? And they hiring. They starting out with $16
as an associate. They had to sign up.
They let you know, like, yeah, you want to be you're assistant manager. You gonna get paid a dub, 18 to a dub. You want to be your GM. You know what I'm saying? They tell you because they have to do that now in order to entice people to fucking work.
Yeah.
And
the government entice niggas to not work.
And the governor
who's pushing that agenda?
Money.
Who's pushing that agenda? And y'all motherfuckers didn't want Trump. Man, please. Get out of here. Y'all say please. All right. Don't even get me started on that shit. Don't even get me started on that shit.
The
Hey, man,
governor
this shit ever feel.
accepted federal money just because and
getting
people's unemployment check.
If I'm picking
$22,
22, I go down Trump try. Bruh. Don't get me started on that shit.
So you vote for him in 2024?
Yeah, I voted for him in 2020. I'm gonna vote for his ass. If he run, I'm gonna vote for his ass again.
There it is.
Listen,
Your time.
listen, Biden trying to make folks a felon with these with these pistol braces.
Damn that bullshit.
So that's going to put literally multiple millions of people and immediately make them felons. And we're talking about 10 years in prison if they get caught.
You talking about if you got your butt stock, if your butt stock ain't a butt stock, if it's a pistol brace.
What determines whether or not a gun is a rifle or a pistol is literally what is by the buttstock. If it's a pistol, if it's not a buttstock, then it's a pistol brace, and a pistol brace falls under different rules.
Mm-hmm.
Because a pistol, if you got a pistol brace, you can have a shorter barrel, and it's okay. But if it's a buttstock, it's got to be at least 14 and a half inches with a device on there that extends another 4 inches, or that's going to end up becoming a short barreled rifle. And if it's considered a short barreled rifle, then you got to pay a $200 tax stamp, which takes months to get. And you need and you can't put it together, otherwise you immediately become a felon. 10 years in prison off rip. So this is what, and we're talking, and they're literally trying to make the pistol braces illegal, which is going to
trying to federalize that because they ain't doing that in Georgia.
Well, I'm saying that's federal. That's the ATF's rule. That's the ATF's ruling at the behest of Biden.
So they gonna make the pistol braces illegal,
right?
And then in order to is everybody gonna be but are you gonna be grandfathered in, or are you gonna be? Do you have to retro?
And they're not talking about grandfather.
You gotta switch to a bus stop.
Right, but you can't. But if you switch to a buttstock, it becomes a short-barreled rifle, $200 tax stamp.
Right,
it's the get
so
bro.
And they tax you.
Are you taxed or go to jail?
Right.
Yeah.
And that means
that's regular life in America, nigga.
Which puts your name into a federal registration.
It's already in there if you own a weapon legally.
It's only an inquiry, and it's at a.
No, you're in the database as a registered firearm owner if you own a weapon legally in America.
I understand, but this is a different type. This is a national registry.
You understand the firearm registry national, man. It's state and national. The ATF tapped into every state that got legal firearm.
Right. But bro, like GB, like they can't pull my firearm. Like if I get pulled, like if I'm in Atlanta, APD can't pull my shit.
No, APD can't. No. We talking about
but that's what he's saying. Like on that level, they would because
you would do a full FBI background check, everything, and I mean it takes, and the process is a traditional background check when you go to purchase a firearm is either instant or within 3 days, except in Chicago where they're trying to.
Yeah, as long as you ain't got no shit going.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. It's usually quick.
Yeah, as long as you ain't got no shit going.
Yeah, you straight.
Yeah, you can't be crazy. You can't have any felonies. And you can't be buying the pistol for somebody else.
Yeah.
Which would be what we would call.
But that's normal shit though. That's normal shit that we all should want.
And that background check is a quick, short-term check. Whereas if you're getting
now they gotta add the mental health shit too.
That's in there now.
This shit crazy.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, you have to think about it. Like if you go in there with the express purpose of going to murder somebody, it's going to be an issue. So the thing is that prior there's been situations where dude has run up into the gun store like, look, give me a gun, I'm finna pop this motherfucker. Which one? And they're like, okay. Hey, this is the best caliber for what you need. Legally, I got whatever you want to do with it. This is the best tool to use based off of what you're doing. It's going to work. I hope it works for you.
So to tie that back to thinking long term, right?
Mm-hmm.
On that level, all of us are on firearms, so we understand that we gotta always be abreast of what's changing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially at the caliber firearms that we possess. And then the next thing is like being able to how to go back to the mentality thing. Like, bro, we gotta be able as a people, as an individual and as a people to for lack of a better word, grow the fuck up. Like, we got to grow up as a culture. Like, our culture is in a perpetual state of adolescence.
Yeah.
As a culture. There's a you know what I'm saying? It's like we hit a ceiling and we is just staying at that motherfucker. We got to break through that. And we got to imagine it and see it and then do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't see it physically. We got to see it in our mind because it ain't happening.
It's, you know what? It's funny that you mentioned talking, and we were speaking about guns a moment ago, and I spoke. I ain't mentioning no names, none, but I spoke with a partner of mine, and he said, he's like, bro, I got $1,000 throwaway, and I thought about that because the mentality of throwaways is so common. So common. I come down here to Texas and I'm seeing family heirloom rifles, stuff that you keep and pass down to your kids, and that sucker's worth $3,000, $4,000, $10,000. I mean, folks have rifles that are decorative, that are heirlooms to pass from son to stuff that's, like stuff is folks, it's not throwaways down here. This is something like, this is probably going to go to my kids, to my son, to my daughter. I'm going to pass this along. This is worth something. And but up there, it's like, it's, you can get a throwaway faster than you can get a glass of water.
That speaks to culture, though.
True. But I'm just saying,
to the culture of you know what I'm saying. Then the culture, the gun culture there, especially in Chicago.
Yeah, life itself is throwaway up there,
right?
And there's much more focus of the now, the instant. Got to get to where just got to survive.
Instant gratification.
The idea of
emotional satisfaction,
right? And it's and a lot of times they're willing to just tread water instead of truly swim and get to shore. They're willing to just say, I'm as long as the concept of keep my head above water, and I'm like, okay, I'm right.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's a total but the thing is, that's a total acceptance of your current area in life and just simply floating aimlessly, which I think everybody can go through that phase in life, but I'm seeing things staying that way long term, in that environment where they were treading water when they were barely treading water when they back in the when they were kids, and they're barely treading water now that they're in they're fully grown and way past. Like, the treading water never changed, and the effort to elevate themselves out of treading water was non-existent. It was just a simply, hey, you know, get me a little paycheck so I can have me a little good time, and you know, and just maintain, keep it simple. And while that is, you know, I understand it. I understand it, because if that is the best that you think that you can achieve right now, then you're not going to try. You're not going to try. And if you have to, and if you realize that you have to, sometimes you got to change your whole personality. You have to change your habits, and you may have to. You know,
all the time you got to change.
You got to change. Like you got to go to work on yourself.
Well, I mean, you have the thing is that when you have some of these friendships, that especially where you come from, there's this idea. This is kind of this negative idea about changing up. Like, bro, you changing up on me, man. Why are you trying to, you know, why are you trying to be like the white man? You know, keep it real, you know, keep it in the street, bro. Don't, you know, you going Hollywood on us. You going, you on the plantation. You know what you. Why are you trying to do better for yourself? Why you know, we kick it every night.
And so that go back to what Mac was saying, is being around like-minded people. See, what most of us, we all feel obligated to our family and shit like and stuff like that. But we gotta understand that those are things that are meant to grow you, and then you gotta branch out. And it's for everyone. Once you become an adult, you don't, you know what I'm saying? You then, in pursuit of creating your own life, to create your own family stability and all that. So what happens is, when you have that mentality, what you referred to, that's when the young are being the perpetuators of the culture, which is the problem, because young people don't fully understand the scope. They're all about the here and now, right? Which is a problem with hip hop. Which is why, because hip hop is a young man's game, right? We understand that. A lot of, as our culture now think about this. What's the motherfuckers who sell out everywhere? Them motherfuckers old as hell. They sell out stage. Not Aerosmith, but they call them Deadhead.
Rolling Stone.
The Grateful Dead.
They call them Deadhead. I cannot.
Deadheads.
Like the fans are called Deadheads. Like people who follow them.
Yeah, you're talking about the Grateful Dead.
Yeah, that's the Grateful Dead.
Grateful Dead. That's, you're right.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers sell out everywhere.
Yeah.
He's off the chain. They always
listen. They came. They did a last concert down here in Texas. I had nothing to do with them. I had nothing to do. They were blocking traffic all the way up to the highway of people trying to get into the stadium. I could not drive. I was stuck. They had to reroute traffic from all the way back to the expressway, highway.
But I say that to say,
whatever you want to call it.
But to that point, bro, like we the only culture that looks to the young to lead.
Damn. No, you didn't just say that. You didn't just say that.
Oh,
you did.
But think about it, the music is an exfoliation, bro, of the reality to a certain degree. It's like our imitating life.
You can't say that without also saying that we're also the only culture where our leaders are not allowed to grow old. We ain't got no leaders who are allowed to grow old. They kill them. They murder our leaders while they're young.
They to a previous in previous generations, yes, I would agree.
We don't have no older leader. They would have to come from a previous generation to be old. We don't have no older leader right now.
We got Farrakhan
outside of Farrakhan. And if you want to, and he telling you want to get down with his program, you for sure got to shift your mindset and behave.
Yeah, that's true.
So he like that. Come get with us or stay out there with that bullshit. Other than him, it ain't nobody else who alive, bro. The last one they had was Gaddafi, and Gaddafi, and then said, "Fuck it, he a terrorist."
Bro, they did much worse than that. The things that they did to their family was atrocious. Like they did way more than just to kill them and then disrupt. Way more. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, man. I mean, on that note, we'll clean it. We'll end it on that note, man. It's been a good discussion. I think we got a lot of gems out. I think I actually want to continue this the long term on Thursday because I think there's levels to it that we can kind of peel back and kind of dissect even a little bit more. We got into like the mentality of slavery aspect and kind of how it's still affecting us. But I think we need to dig more into how we're getting to a point where we're choosing it. You know what I'm saying? Like as a people, I get it's the easy choice.
Yeah, why? It's simple, bro. Niggas don't even know they choosing most of the time. So
that's what we're gonna get into.
But yeah,
that's what we're getting into.
Most don't even know they choose.
Yes, that's what we're into, man. I appreciate y'all. JB, I know he had some technical issues, so he wasn't able to finish, but appreciate you joining, brother. And we'll do this again in a couple of days. Appreciate y'all, man. And love y'all, and we'll see you to then.
All right, man. Y'all be safe, man. I'll let y'all let on.
Peace and blessings, health and wealth.
All right, man.
Life game.
That's what it is. I was gonna play Gas, but I'm gonna play him on the next. I got Gas. I want to hear that new shit he got too.
Hey, but that thing going crazy.
The new shit he got, I know.
Shit going stupid. Well, I told you, nigga, I ain't tell you, boy. We got there and told KOD up, nigga.
Oh, for his birthday.
But they ran that bit back 2 times, bro.
They ran it back like Jesus.
Bro, they ran that shit back. No bullshit.
Like Jesus back in the day.
What?
Seriously?
It was turned up all the way.
Oh, nigga, it was insane. It was insane.
That what's up, nigga.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, man. We catch y'all in a couple days. Peace.
All right, bro. Fuck with you, bro. Be safe.
Yeah.
Bye, Steve.
My man.